Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I've got an awesome bake for you today. It's going to be a salmon and broccoli quiche. This one's a super simple bake and it's great for summer. So let me show you guys the ingredients list. The first thing you're going to need is a pre-cooked shortcrust pastry. I do have this in another bake. 2 white onions, 1 head of broccoli, 2 free-range eggs, 200 grams of poached salmon fillets, 50 grams of unsalted butter, 280 millilitres of evaporated milk, 80 grams of grated cheddar cheese, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and finally some salt and pepper. Okay, so I'll show you the ingredients list. Let's crack on with the bake then. So salmon and broccoli quiche is dead delicious. There's loads of different variations you can do with quiche as well. You are going to need a pre-cooked shortcrust pastry for this one. I do have this in another recipe video. So now we're going to prep our broccoli here, ready for boiling. Okay then, so we've got our broccoli here, we've got a sharp knife. Now you just want to slowly go around each of the florets and gently take each one of them off. Try and leave a little bit of the stalk as well, because that does have a bit of flavour in it. You want to do this to all the broccoli. Okay, now you just want to half any of the bigger ones, just to make sure they're all the same size. Okay, so now these are all prepped. We're going to put them into some boiling water and blanch them off. So we want to place our broccoli in the pan. Add a pinch of salt. Now you just want to cover them with boiling water and put them onto the heat. Now if you've got a steamer, that's even better. And you just want to cook them till they're slightly soft, around 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so these have been boiling for about 3 minutes now. And there's a way to check. You just want to stab it with a knife. And if it's quite soft, you're good to go. Now we're going to strain it through a colander and let it cool down a little bit. Okay then, for the next job we're going to prep our onions here. So you want to take the top and tails off. Chop them in half, peel away a layer of the skin, so I slice once this way, bring it back together, slice again this way, back together again, and slice once more. Okay, so we've got all our onions prepped now, so now we've got a big frying pan. We're going to put this on the heat, add your butter to the pan, and when your butter's almost melted, you want to add your onions and slowly fry them off, just until they're slightly soft. Don't need to worry about colour. Okay, so we've slightly fried our onions off to a nice colour. Now we're going to put these to one side. So we've got our poached salmon fillets here, so now we're going to put them on the chopping board. And now we're going to slice each piece into 4, nice and chunky, ready for the quiche. Okay, so we're almost ready to fill our quiche then, but first things first, you need to whack the oven on to about 150 degrees. Now you want to crack your eggs and add them into your evaporated milk. Add a teaspoon of your Dijon mustard. And finally add a good helping of your salt and pepper into the mix as well. Now you want to whisk all this up with a fork just until it's all combined. Okay, so now we're going to fill our quiche. So we've got our shortcrust pastry ready to go and our salmon fillets. You just want to place these on, in and around everywhere. And if you want, break them up a little bit so everywhere gets a little bit of salmon. Now you want to go around with the broccoli and repeat the process. Now add your onions to it and fill in all the gaps. Add a good grind of pepper. Now you want to pour over your evaporated milk and egg mix over the top. I'm going to try and get it everywhere. And because there's so much filling into the quiche, you won't actually need that much egg mix. And finally add your grated cheddar cheese on the top. This one's looking really, really tasty. Okay, this is ready to go in the oven now for about 40 to 50 minutes. Now do keep an eye, you basically just want it to make sure the egg's set. And don't worry if the egg mixture runs out at the bottom of your pastry case or anything. When the egg cooks, it should set it back up. So we'll check in about 40 minutes time. Okay guys, so it took a little bit longer actually, it took about an hour and 10. Let's have a check out how it's getting on. Wow, super, super good this one. The colour's really, really good on it, and if you notice, sometimes it does actually leak out the bottom of your pastry, but don't worry, as soon as that egg cooks, it's actually going to seal it back up again. So the way to check it then, you just want to give it a little bit of a shake, and if there's no wobble, then you should be good to go. And even try and tip it to one side a little bit, and if no runny mixture comes down, then it's set. So you can have this hot or cold then, guys. You can have it straight out of the oven or let it cool down in the fridge and have it as a nice lunch. So please leave a like then, guys, if you enjoyed the bake, and let me know in the comments how you got on this recipe, any variations you changed. Maybe did like a completely different quiche, maybe did like a cheese and ham one or something really, really good. Loads of different variations you could do with this kind of thing. But that is it though, my salmon and broccoli quiche is done. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next bake. Add a teaspoon of your Dijon mayonnaise, and when you butter's all up, and when you butter's all, I can't say it.